not, we're gonna make this shit happen. Drunk or not, we're gonna make this shit happen tonight.
We're not.
So,
we're just having fun.
We're not drunk. We're just fucking with you. But so we're back, and we're back with my favorite now, which is Boone County. We're gonna do the Boone County 12-year that you see on the left or right side of your screen. No, the other one, the open one. Stick your hand on the other one. There you go. Right there. John said he got it. Right
He
there.
had his right, and he was supposed to go to the other one.
They're both 12-year, but this is the 12-year small batch. That's the 12-year single barrel. There we go. Awesome.
Because I'll say the
That's the honey barrel that they got that I paid through the roof and traded my left kidney for.
The label on this
on bourbon secondary market, right?
I love the labeling on this. Good job, guys, with that.
So we're gonna start with this one first, which is a small batch, the one you can get every day in the stores. So let's grab that one, move that one out the way. Here, there we go. Fantastic. Yeah, I know. So this one is the Boone County Everyday 12-year single barrel. I'm sorry, 12-year small batch bourbon. It's at 90.8 proof, I think. Let me make sure of that before I lie to you. Yep, 90.8. 90.8 proof. It's 12 years. It's aged 12 years. Now, again, I've told y'all something happens at 12 years. Magically, the Mother Nature sprinkles some pixie dust on the bourbon, and something happens at 12 years that I love. But this is a 12-year small batch, and then we'll do the 12-year single barrel in a second. Since it's 90.8, we're not going to add water to this one. If you'd like to try that at home and add your post to the bottom, you're more than welcome to. If anybody here would like to try water, I'm more than welcome to let you do so. But yeah, I know these guys. So we're going to go ahead and get into the nose of this. This is the 12-year small batch made by Ghost Boone County. Now, I do want to let you know that on the back of Boone County, it does say it's distilled in DSP Indiana 1, which is MGP, Midwest Grain Products.
And phenomenal stuff comes out of it.
Phenomenal stuff comes out of it.
I like everything that they pump out.
Mic drop, everything else comes from there. It's a phenomenal product, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this nose tastes like it needs to be poured on pancakes.
Yeah, maple.
If you watched our last post,
maple on that.
we drank pancakes. This smells like it needs to be poured on top of that.
Yeah.
It does actually.
I might need to try that, actually.
Oh, God.
That sounds pretty good.
You know what? This would be tempting.
Do they have bourbon syrup?
Let's kind of create this.
They do. I have it. Sorghum sauce.
They do have bourbon syrup. But we might need to try something to make pancakes, so put a little bit of pancakes.
Yeah.
And look at the legs on this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Which,
Which,
legs
by the way,
for
in the
days.
nose, show it up. That's the coloring of it.
I've never had this. I know I'm gonna like this.
Yes.
I know right now I'm finna love this bourbon.
It has some phenomenal legs. I mean, it is leaking down the side of the glass. It is also a really dark amber. It puts me in the mind of the color of the old Elijah Craig 12-year.
The good stuff.
The good stuff. The 12-year age stated
With
stuff.
the red 12.
With the red 12.
It looks much darker in person.
Red 12.
It looks much darker in person. So if you're
Much
looking at it
darker.
right now, it's a little light, but in person, it's actually much darker than this. So
The smell smells like an Elijah Craig 12-year smell. That
It
that
does.
old.
And Elijah Craig, everybody at the table knows this, but Elijah Craig 12-year to me was one of my favorite bourbons because for the longest I felt like it was the best bargain you could get in bourbon. 12 years old,
29 bucks. All right, yeah.
You couldn't
you
be
can't
there.
go wrong, yeah.
This smells like that used to smell, and I'm very anxious to get into it. So instead of continuing to talk, I'm going to drink. I don't know what everybody else is.
Fantastic. Let's take a drink.
Nope, don't like this. At all.
It's okay.
Nobody buy it.
Just pass it on everything.
Not buying
Hold it for myself when I have guests.
Now I want to let you know this bottle came out of Total Wine. It is one of Total Wine's small batch that they had over there. Shout out to Total Wine. But all of them taste the same. I've gotten some from Kentucky. I've gotten some from other
Tastes like
stores.
straight syrup.
I got this one from Total
Tastes like
Wine. It
syrup.
all tastes the same. It's fantastic.
Tastes like syrup, y'all. Literally, like it can go over pancakes. Literally, like if you were to make some pancakes, some butter on it, you pour a little bit of that on there, you're
We're
good.
gonna create it.
It's
This-
got that thickness,
You are good.
right? Yeah.
This bourbon right now is screaming at me for a cigar.
Yes. Yes.
I would agree. It
It
would
is
be a
screaming
good
for us.
pairing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we've been talking about doing some tastings with pairing on some
This is a good
cigars. So
cigar,
you're gonna have
yeah.
some actual recordings coming up soon.
By the way, this
get
is
to
one of
really
the owners
point that
of-
out. Yeah, as
This is
Kevin
one of the
was
owners
gonna
of
say.
Trilogy Cigars, which is in Atlanta, and we're going to do a post possibly with this at Trilogy Cigar. This and the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend at Trilogy Cigar with one of their
Yes,
We're
cigars.
gonna set up a
We're
whole
pairing
entire
with their
pairing.
cigars, right?
We may even have some pairing a little with some tasting of some maybe cheeses and stuff that will kind of pop it out with the cigars, which would be really good.
Some balsamic vinegar.
There you go.
That guy might know what he's doing.
Just a smidge.
Ooh, God, I love the smell of this. The smell is just, so let me talk about the smell. We didn't talk about the smell. So the smell is kind of like you said, maple syrup. You get that red raspberry, cherry, oaky, dark fruit, raspberry.
Just almonds too a little bit.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet, sweet smell in your nose.
Yeah.
Not a lot of burn. Just a sweet smell across your nose.
But enough burn.
Just enough burn, yeah. Just enough
Just
twinge,
enough burn.
right, yeah.
It's pretty damn good.
The drink doesn't have as much sweetness, but just enough sweetness. It's not as sweet as the nose, but it is sweet. It's full and well-rounded, very oaky.
Well, you know, you spoke about the magic that happens at 12 years. What I like about a 12-year-old bourbon is it's sat in the wood long enough to soak up those tannins, to get that woody character without losing its sweetness, without becoming overly oaky. So it's still very much bourbon, but it started to just pick up that characteristic of all the woodiness, and that expresses itself beautifully in this offering.
Yes. I love it. It's my everyday pour. I hope nobody goes out and listens to this and nobody goes out and buys this, because then I won't have to worry. I can go get it every day, all day. This is one that I would be really hurt if the bourbon taters start picking it up and buying it and reselling it and flipping it. This is one that would hurt me to the soul. Great bourbon.
Phenomenal bourbon.
As you see, I'm Marielle.
Leslie's already drank it.
Now,
I'm anxious for that one.
we're going to pair that next to their single barrel honey pot, Winnie the Pooh honey pot, 12-year bourbon. It's a single barrel from spring of 2006.
It's
Barrel.
beautiful.
Yep, barrel number B0554 with an alcohol proof of 121.25.
That's
Since-
what I
There we go.
Since it's
That's what I
121, when I said anything over 100, we're gonna add water. So we are gonna add water, but we're gonna try to eat first.
You be a fool. No,
You be a
no,
fool.
no, I'm passing that water, man.
So let's go and try it neat first. Let's pour this one up.
I'm gonna add more to that. I'm sorry.
You said you're not, or you're?
I'm not.
I had to give my left kidney to get this.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I had to lick the bourbon off the.
No, let's not do it. It's not like the little club, okay?
Yeah, I'll give you more than that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
look, he fighting me for it. You gotta give me more than that.
Maybe a little more than that, yeah. What are these kids?
Please forgive you hear noises. It's our
It's
kids
kids, we got
upstairs.
kids,
I've
y'all.
already double checked. They are
That's my
playing
excuse for
around.
every-
This is why we drink.
Well, I can't tell you this. I got kids.
We do. We have some cute kids, which, by the
Follow
way,
it on
if you follow
Instagram.
us on
Which?
Instagram, by the way, LMG Photo Artistry, a Slim Villain.
Instagram, yeah.
I don't. Kevin, are you on Instagram?
No, I'm on
Kevin doesn't
Facebook.
believe in technology.
Right, I don't believe in technology. I believe in Mother Nature oak and just letting it be. Living my
You're
life.
on Instagram too, so they can follow you.
Cigars_beer_happiness. Cigars Beer Happiness on Instagram.
Find me at Kevin Jablonski
Follow
on
us.
Facebook and
You'll
right
see some
here,
great details.
right here on YouTube and Facebook under West Atlanta Bourbon Society. We will answer your calls. We usually answer your texts and posts almost immediately. So please text us. Send us an email. Shoot us out. Send us a
I
firebird.
have to add on to Keith's
See that?
details, like the covering they put on
The
front of it
label
is
It's
beautiful.
handsome. It's a handsome bottle. Like,
It's
looking bottles.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
The one in
The
19
roll.
This one is iridescent. If you look at it, it's iridescent. It's
It reminds me
And do that tilt back. a
like
little.
this should be
Right
on a
there.
Titanic
See
ship or
that?
something like that.
That's phenomenal print, which is to say, like
it's
how
very
you
rustic
match, like
looking.
kind of how you see, John's like taking a look at the coloring. It matches what it delivers on the
I
coloring.
love this bottle. It's just very rustic looking, like it belongs on a Titanic ship or something like that, like 1912 or something like that. I just love it. Look at that.
It is phenomenal.
Delivery. We're gonna
Good
talk
job,
about
yeah.
how it delivers, matching the taste. So
Let me tell
Let's
you,
go ahead
The
and
this,
do
smell? Woo!
this thing has legs like a supermodel.
Legs like a
Oh,
supermodel.
Well,
hey, you
it's
missed our next
very
question on the
light. Huh?
We're gonna talk about that.
Wait, what?
You missed Tyra Banks on our rooftop twice.
Twice, and then
She lives there actually. Yeah, she lives at Punch.
So for everybody at home, you guys have witnessed how much my friends don't love me.
Well, let's just say we'll make it.
I didn't get invited either. Just want to say.
You get up there every chance you can.
I do.
You know that, man.
But I've never seen Tyra
Okay,
Banks.
so we
I
happen
really
to
want
have
John
some
up there.
very, very well-known neighbors, and
Like-
we
like-
always get called out when we don't call John.
Well, I feel like our place would be complete without John there, so we need John on that roof. If we get
Oh,
John on
my
that
God.
roof, it's a wrap.
Well, we
No.
keep telling him
I'ma
to come,
tell
but
you
he is
this.
always at his business, so it
Oh, yeah.
kind of explains like why
That's
he
true.
He's
can't make
busy.
it.
He's busy. He's
But
busy.
then at the same token, he understands why we can't make it with our kids.
We're both busy. We're just busy. We just
Anyway.
Yes, Russian. That's
Back to
where
the
I'm all
bourbon.
time. Back to the
Back to
bourbon.
the bourbon. So we talked about how it had the bouquet was very maple syrup as in the beginning.
And red
So if you took that maple syrup and that red fruit, right, and you pumped it full of steroids and you gave it a year to train, that's what this smells like.
Yeah.
It is maple syrup to the max.
On steroids, pretty much.
The viscosity level has definitely picked up, so it's a lot thicker than the other offering was,
Yeah.
which is crazy because that one was crazy thick already.
This is
Again, I have not tasted it, knowing that it's 120 plus proof. That same distillate and seeing how thick and syrupy it appears, I know I'm gonna love it.
Well, okay, so
I also
pause
smell-
real quick before you
Yeah.
taste it.
Huh?
I just want to give a delivery on, so you have kind of the reaction of how the taste matches on the mash bill. So it's 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% barleys, and aged in charred New American oak barrels. Number 4 char is what they consider it. So before
Alligator
you
skin.
kind of give the details on our reactions, that's kind of the details of what it's actually made up of.
There you go. Now you got the mash bill on
So-
it, right? Yeah.
So there you go.
Fun fact, Kevin, I'm sure you know, but we'll go see. The number 4 char, do you know where that originated?
The number 4 alligator char.
The number 4 alligator char.
Didn't that originate at Heaven Hill?
No. No. He's our resident bourbon expert and he doesn't know. Anybody else want to take a guess?
No, because you're going to throw me into the scorcher.
Fun history fact. The number 4 alligator char actually originated with
Jack Daniels?
wild turkey.
Wild turkey. Oh, Jesus.
Wild turkey. when
Jimmy
wild
Russell, I'm
turkey
sorry, man.
was originally being prepared. It was being prepared as a side project. Since it was being prepared as a side project, the creator used barrels from the factory that had been cast off as waste because the char level was too heavy. Before then, at the time, the American drinking palate preferred a lightly charred, around number 2, char on their oak barrels. So they had some barrels that had been charred too much, so much so that they looked like alligator skin. The number 4 char was not a thing then. He packaged his distillate, aged it in those barrels, and actually released it for the first time to his friends during a turkey hunt, hence the name Wild Turkey. And
Wow.
it took off to the point that the entirety of the bourbon industry now uses a
Number 4 char.
4 char.
Especially Buffalo
Sure.
Trace Alton. That's right. Woo! We got a fun fact. Fun
Which
fact from
is
John.
Thanks,
kind of
John.
why we're a good blend over here, because we'll bring various fun facts each of us will do, and testing each other on our knowledge. So don't worry, I will give some for myself.
So this is
But
122.
just based off the smell, it does have a strong bite, in my opinion. on just smelling it. It has a strong
That is.
ice coat to it.
This
This-
is 122
It also,
proof.
it also has a little bit of an, like a vanilla icing or what I call damp basement smell to it.
I don't even think
That's
it's a damp basement. I think it
Well,
has
that's the wood.
a.
That's the tannins in the
That's the
wood.
wood.
But I
Yeah.
don't think it's like more of the damp where it's like that old damp basement where it's like kind of like that moth thing. I don't feel that.
I feel that hug though.
I feel a hug.
I feel a hug.
I feel a hug too, but
Nice
I
romantic hug,
definitely
too.
feel like it has. Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, hey.
So
hey.
So let me say something. I don't feel a hug.
I gotta squeeze over here.
I feel a hug.
So I don't feel a hug. I feel a burn on my top palate. But then when I swallow, I don't feel the hug here. So what I don't like is I don't like anything that makes me feel like a regurg. So when I think about Kentucky hug, I think about something that hurts here and burns here and makes me like that.
I feel that right now.
I don't feel that with this. When I swallowed it, it burned on the top of my palate and then it was smooth all the way down.
I would say this.
This is good.
For this to be 122 proof, it is remarkably smooth.
I would agree,
It
actually.
drinks like 100 proof bourbon, through and through. You get a little bit of a burn, you get that rye heat at the top of your palate, at the very back of your tongue, but going down, it goes down very, very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
For them to be able to do this with a 12-year-old distiller at 122 proof, which is probably close to cash strength, hats off. I don't know how you did it.
That's good as hell.
You know,
MGP, it's MGP juice. They say that on the back.
Well,
It is MGP juice.
What's
I
the
want to
proof for
say, I
cash
think
strength?
probably when
This is the mic drop.
when
This is
Kevin
the mic
kind
drop.
of pointed out the damp basement. I think it's probably from that, as John pointed out, the number 4 char. It gives that different delivery of that taste on top of it, what it was sitting in for the 12 years. I think it definitely.
He's making me put water in it, y'all.
Yeah, I'll pass
Which it won't make it to my glass. I actually,
it.
I
Yeah.
think
Try it a
it's
little
really
bit.
good. No.
Yeah.
That level 4 alligator char, what it's going to add to most whiskeys is more of a caramel flavor.
Well, I think it delivered that more that
And-
direction that he was tasting that damp basement. It was a little more.
And caramel. Caramel. He's right.
aged.
Caramel is what the number 4 alligator char. So we're not talking about it now, and what we'll probably do is actually do a Wild Turkey 101 review.
Which would be great.
Or Russell's Reserve. I have Russell's Reserve.
And the reason I want to do a Wild Turkey review, although this isn't Wild Turkey and I'm not trying to overshine anything that's going on in Boone County because this is phenomenal juice, but it'll really give everybody a great idea of why modern bourbon is the way that it is. One of the things that you notice on Wild Turkey, love it or hate it, right? The 2 flavor notes that come through on it, heavy, are vanilla and caramel. And that caramel comes through because of that level 4 char. The wood is charred to a point to where the sugars have actually burned on the surface of the barrel. And that makes its way to the whiskey a lot easier than it would on a much lighter char. So this coming out having a number 4 char on it definitely brings that caramel to play,
Right.
which adds some more sweetness and makes this a phenomenal bourbon. And not even a drop of limestone water could mess it up. So this is phenomenal.
Even
Oh my
Not a
God.
drop
So
of
hold on.
ice.
So I put limestone water in mine, and you put limestone water in yours. The smell, the bouquet has come out of it. It has turned into a plethora of fruits. It smells fantastic. It smells better than it smelled the first time without water. I mean, it smells like a bouquet. It smells like the 4 Roses bouquet. You know what I'm saying?
I will
It's
also say
floral.
this.
It is.
I will also say this, the drop of water, I prefer it without the drop of water, but the drop of water has made the taste somehow more explosive. Where you got a lot of that caramel, a lot of that dank basement,
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of that heavy fruitiness. When you added that drop of water, everything just kind of
It brightened
Pop,
up. Yeah.
right.
Pow. Right. Yeah.
So where now you take a drink, instead of it causing a tingle at the top of your palate and that really being a sensation, it's from the front all the way to the back. The mouthfeel is phenomenal. The bourbon is phenomenal. Hats off to Boone County.
Here.
Hats
Let
off.
me
Boone
get
County
one.
did it.
Hats
As a matter of fact, y'all, Boone County, we're coming to you.
We are. We
We're coming
actually
to you.
are.
Boone
We're
County's
gonna come,
fantastic.
We're
this
coming
year.
to you. We actually got, yeah, go ahead, let's tell them.
No. I was to say we have a trip that's scheduled up coming soon. So please, if you have some particular people that you want us to sit down with when we come up and visit you, please reach out to me or Keith to let us know some details. As those two are giggling over there.
I love it.
So, okay, Kevin, I have a proposition for you.
Yes, sir.
I will arm wrestle you for this bottle.
Fuck you. Sorry, guys.
So,
You
hold
should
on.
set it on YouTube.
Let's
You ain't getting it. You're going to have to kill me for that bottle.
But no,
That's a good bottle.
let's revise. Kevin, how much did you buy this bottle for?
Oh, Jesus. Which one? The regular or the
No, the one
single
that we're
barrel?
on, right here.
The single barrel cost me an arm and a leg. I had to
What
trade
about this
bourbon
one?
to get it because I couldn't get it. I didn't make it up there to Boone County. They were releasing it at the distillery. I was unable to get somebody up there to get it.
Sorry. Cheers for you.
Cheers.
For getting this one.
So I actually traded somebody for this bottle on Bourbon Secondary Market. I traded a couple bottles for this bottle. Got this bottle in. This is the holy grail of Boone County. It is the
What
honey
did
pot.
you trade for?
Probably about $200 worth of bourbon.
Specific bourbons.
I traded. What did I trade for that? A 10-year OKI and a Old Fitzgerald regular along with it. So Old Fitzgerald's $29.99 MSRP, but it goes for about 75 BSM, and the OKI 10-year goes for about 159 BSM. It was about an $89 bottle.
All right, you guys heard that. Do you feel like it was worth it?
It was worth every fucking penny.
That's
I
how
would do that
Which,
10
by
times
the way,
over.
That's
let
how
us
good
know
I
we
would do
got
that
some
shit
good
again if I
feedback
can
on
find
this.
it on BSM. I'll do it again. Right? I will trade anything for that bottle. I will trade my. No, I'm telling you.
He ain't gonna trade anything because you know
I would
what?
trade my next kid for that bottle.
I will tell you, if I get this one, y'all are hooking me up because I already know what I'm trading Kevin for.
I'm trading everything for that bottle right there. That bottle is fantastic.
Everything?
Everything.
So I'll tell you what,
Everything?
look, take
Not
a look at
everything.
it.
Not everything.
I'm gonna
You already know
Not
it's
the
the
final
one
dessert. Now I do
weakness.
have a limit to what I'll
Boone
trade.
County, I'm coming to you, and I'm getting a little bottle from you.
No,
Next time y'all have
it is
You got it out there
phenomenal,
somewhere.
and
You
I'm
bought
not downplaying it at all. I'm actually highly impressed, but let's go ahead and drum roll, starting from the left.
Oh my God, y'all don't want to start with me.
Let's start
Even with water, this is fantastic. With water, this is awesome. I put water in this just because it's fantastic. It makes it taste. I taste all the fruits, all the goodness. I taste
You
the
taste the
berries.
love. You taste the love.
I taste the love. So are we gonna start with the small batch, or we just going with
I'm
single
gonna start
barrel?
with the
12.
small batch and make your way over to what you.
So,
I
we
kind of,
got the single barrel on
I
the
kind of
top.
want second barrel. Go ahead and do
Okay,
second barrel.
okay, so let's do this. Let's take this out the picture. Let's just go with the single barrel, this honey pot, okay? So we're gonna start with the honey pot. So the honey pot to me is a 95. 95. It is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my God. I mean, I would pretty much 96. No, 96.
Go ahead.
96 on this one.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's
all
up
five
there. It's
stars.
up there. 5
Five
stars.
Five
This
stars.
is fantastic. I would do this every day, all day. I'd pay whatever it takes for that bottle right there. I would be at the next Boone County. If I could drive up there my damn self and bring folks with me, I will be there in your line to get your next honey pot you have from MG. It's MGP.
You gotta swear on that
And they tell me it's MGP, and I promise I don't care if it's MGP. I don't care if it comes from High West. I don't care if it comes from Taiwan. It is fantastic
It's
in my
good.
book.
one. Which nothing is wrong with High West.
Not at all. Not at all.
Because we love our High West.
I'm with him. I'm with him.
I don't care if it's from California,
Love you
New
guys.
Jersey. I don't give a damn where it's from. I don't care where it's from. I just know that is
So
fantastic.
I'm with him, and we're coming for y'all. We're coming
What's
for
your,
that
what's your
bottle.
score on that?
I'm with you. I'm with 5 stars, 96 all day.
96.
We're coming
Now, buy the bottle, buy it at the bar, or bust. I would buy the bottle.
Buy the
Buy the bottle all day long. It's on you, brother.
Listen, man, the late great Negro poet Tupac Shakur once said, "Revenge is the next best thing to getting." I'm not gonna say that part. He clearly hadn't tasted this bourbon. This
It's good.
is good stuff. If I had to rate it, I'd rate it probably around 93, 94. It's that good.
Mm-hmm.
I buy this bottle at whatever the cost is, and I drink it and not share it. So that's what I think of it. Is the proof, the execution, the mash bill, the packaging, everything about this bourbon hits home for me, and it's things that I like. So yeah, hats off Boone County. Y'all did a great job sourcing this bourbon, and if you can continue to find honey pots like that, I'll continue to buy.
I just want to thank you for being real. I thank you for putting it out there that, hey, we sourced this. This is not our stuff. We are honest. We put it on the back. It's from DSP Indiana 1, but it's good bourbon, and we're gonna let you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? The taters and all the people trying to flip bourbon hadn't figured it out yet, and I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? I am thankful that they have not figured this out, because this is fantastic to me. But go on to Leslie. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I can't say nothing about this.
I was gonna say 93.5 to 94, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go for a 94. I actually think
It's good.
it's really good. It's really good.
We need to smoke this one, sorry.
It's something that's definitely, as Keith is kind of pointing out, pairing with a stick and
Yes, good
kind
stuff.
of giving that full delivery.
And just when I thought that one was pretty
As we
smart.
mentioned
That was
before,
pretty smart.
we're gonna do some pairing with some sticks soon, especially a special stick collection called Trilogy. So we're definitely gonna match them to meet the qualities that you kind of want to do, especially if you don't know much about sticks. We have our guru right here who's gonna explain it
We'll
all.
do a full-on cigar
And
education.
you're gonna get the full bourbon expert right here. But no, honestly, this is really good. It's really good, and I think this is definitely, as the gentleman would say, a buy. It's definitely a buy, not a bust.
I just want to take a second to shout out the distillery. I have never had anything that came out of that distillery that wasn't good. We talked a little bit before on our last post, which is Smooth Ambler, to which some of us liked, some of us didn't like. But Smooth Ambler used to make a rye that came from the same distillery that this came from, and it was one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite whiskeys that ever come out. Everything they pump out of Indiana is good.
Yes. MGP makes some good stuff.
I
White
like
Drops,
understand.
which was an 8 to 9 year bourbon, was good. But this beats that, because it's 12 years.
This is phenomenal bourbon, phenomenal expression. They did a beautiful job with the packaging. If there was one thing that I would change about this bourbon, I would make it more available so I could buy more of it.
Yeah.
But it is available. You can get it at their distillery. We can go up there.
At their distillery.
We can
You
go
gotta-
drive up to the
you
distillery
gotta
and get
drive
that.
up there to get it.
Now this is available every day, all day, which is the stuff that we just poured in
And that was
everybody's cup.
good. And that
Right.
was good.
It's a 12-year, the small batch. We're all gonna taste it one more time just to see what it tastes like.
Is that what you poured me? I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was a 12-year single you gave me.
Listen, this is good stuff. It's so good that we're finna wrap this up, and I'm gonna make Kevin bring me a cigar so I can enjoy this
Smoke
properly.
one,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not drinking any more of that until I can smoke.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So on this one, guys, now we have to do the same thing with this one.
Right.
Would you buy it at the bar? Would you buy a bottle of it, or would you bust? This one retails about $80. If you go up to Kentucky, you might be able to get it closer to $50-$60. But in Georgia, where we live, it's $80 for a bottle.
So
The other one is about $129 to $200, depending upon. I think it was like
I'm
it,
getting
it retailed at 150 something. The other one, but this one is this one is 89. I'm sorry,
so
89.
I'll kick this off.
Yeah,
$89, about $120, right?
150, 150.
$150. That's a shit ton of money for bourbon. That is a shit ton of money for bourbon, and that is more than I like to pay for any 12-year distillery. That being said, I buy bottles of both of these, sip them neat. I don't want any
No water.
I don't want any water. I don't want any vermouth. I don't want any sugar. Give me this in a glass. Thank you kindly. And I'm happy.
Thank you, Boone. Thank you, Boone.
And what would you rate this one at? So we already did the other one was 93, I think you
This
said.
one was about 93. I give this one about an 88. It is phenomenal. If this at a 12-year distiller was around $50, I probably had it rated right here with that because it is great. Everything that I like about this one, the everyday distiller actually embodies. It's just a little bit more watered down, but I don't want you to think that it's watered down because it's not. It's just not. The proofing is different. But the everyday distiller, 12-year-old bourbon, which nowadays, you know, in the good old days, you used to be able to get a 12-year-old for about $30. But it's priced competitively with other things around this area. It is a phenomenal bourbon, and I wouldn't bat an eye spending $80 on that. And so,
Or $60 up in Kentucky. In Kentucky, that's $60.
$60 in Kentucky, I'm buying two.
Right. I bought a case of them at the $60 price. To be honest
Well,
with
you
you,
know, money's not an issue.
No, but I just know what that is. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel? Buy the bottle, buy the bar, or bust?
For this one here,
Yes.
I'm buying them both.
Buying them both, okay?
Wow.
And then what would you rate this
That
one?
one I'm not sharing.
Right, what would you rate this one?
I'll rate that one probably about high 80s. I'm probably talking like maybe 89. Yeah, around 89.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rein in. I give this a 93. 93 on this one, okay? 96 on that one, 93 on this one. I have already bought a case of these. I love them. I already knew when I took my first sip, I put my glass down. I called and said, how many more bottles you got of it? I want all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just that good to me. Yeah.
Now that I know he has a case, he's short one.
That's
Two, one per case?
He doesn't like it, he can fight me for it.
I'm gonna get him for $80. I'm gonna get him for $80 in a minute.
It's that good, y'all.
So Lance, what do you feel about this second bottle, this the small batch?
I don't know,
12
I
year?
need to retaste it.
Taste it. It's right there in your glass.
Is my joking tasting is?
Yep. Mothers need bourbon too. Mothers need bourbon too.
They probably need it more than the rest of us.
They probably do.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge. I would say, I would give it a 90, 91, 92.
That's my girl. 92, 93.
And I
In
think
the
it's
80s.
decent. I would knock it. It's definitely not the original one. But it's nothing to really knock down, honestly. I know I'm talking softly. It's kind of when I get around the kids, I can talk a little softer. But it's definitely viable. I'll tell you that one.
It is. It's fantastic. The nose on this stuff, the legs on both of these, fantastic, man. The smell is that old time bourbon. The bourbon I used to drink when I was 21, and I can reminisce about the times and things that I've done and all the women I've been with this bourbon in hotel rooms. It is the quintessential bourbon. It is the old-timey bourbon I used to drink, and when I used to blasphemous mix it with Coke, it has that same taste that I remember. It's fantastic, man. I mean, to me, I can't say enough about this. This is where I want to be. It tastes like Heaven Hill, it tastes like Brown-Forman, it's sweet, it's thick, it's molasses, it's sugary, it's everything I ever want in bourbon. This is what I can drink this is my everyday drinker right here. When everybody says, what's your everyday drinker? It ain't nothing else but this. This is what I would drink every day. I buy a case because I know I drink it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like I'm not buying a case
for
for flip.
every day for his reserve.
Right, every day that's what I'm drinking right there. If you ask me, what are you drinking every day when you get home from work? That's what I'm drinking. I'm taking a sip of that and a nice steak. Right, yeah, and a nice steak. Right.
By the way, guys, this is
And a cigar.
Miss Wednesday, who is your future
What's she rep?
president of the
What's the Year Bourbon Society?
You know, as Kevin said, the Bourbon Society, she's gonna definitely take over the world soon.
Oh, yeah, she's next, yeah.
She's already going for the
Our girls have already started sniffing and telling us the
What
flavors
she
that they
likes.
smell in the bourbon. Not drinking it, but smelled.
Yeah.
We've already started them on the sommelier process of bourbon.
Cigars,
Right.
bourbon, you name
Let's
it.
Right, we've
just
already
say
done
Miss
that.
Wednesday has already smelled out happy.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna-
DHR is going to be at our door tomorrow, but we're already letting them smell the bourbon. And,